What's going on, guys? My name's Joe. This is going to be my vlogging channel. Hopefully, we're going to go by Joe Discovers Life because that's going to be the whole purpose of this channel. So, I got some notes here. I noticed that I kind of ramble and get sidetracked in these videos, or, I've been trying to record it. We're going to start by talking about who I am, a little bit of background about myself, and then we'll go on to the next topic. My name is Joe, like I said earlier. I am 23 years old. I'm from North Idaho. I live up in Coeur d'Alene right now. I went to North Idaho College for my associate's degree, bachelor's degree down at WSU. I got my degree in management information systems, and currently I also work for NIC. I went back after I graduated from WSU, and I work in their IT department technically, but also for their nursing department as a simulation operations specialist, which is kind of a niche role. We'll talk about that probably eventually, and maybe do a day in the life and show you guys what's up about that, and kind of explain it more. Because when I do try to talk to people about it or explain it, like friends or family, they're kind of confused. They're like, "You do what?" But we'll get into that. So, I also realized that there's a lot of things I'd like to be able to look back on in life, and I can't because there's only either limited videos of the thing, or I only took a few photos of it, and I'm like, oh man, I I wish I had done more, seen more. I mean, you can only use your memory so well, right? I grew up in not really Idaho, but kind of all over the place. I was born in Spokane. I lived in several different towns and cities in Washington. And then I eventually moved over to Ohio, which is kind of a big change, big jump. And then from Ohio, we went down to Arizona as a family, of course. And then from Arizona, I went up to Idaho, which is where I live now. But I haven't always like lived in Idaho as well, because I bounced after we moved to Idaho. I lived here for a couple years, then I moved to Washington, and I moved over to Moses Lake, Central Washington, and then I moved down to Pullman for school. And then I ended up back here in Coeur d'Alene for my new job, which is kind of funny how that works. It's just kind of a big round robin. But it's cool to be back home. Not really back home, but like a familiar place, right? I know a lot of people here, and I know a lot of the area, so it's kind of nice to be back, but also a little like sad, kind of, if you know what I mean. Like you leave your hometown for so long, and then you come back. So, and some of the other stuff I'm learning about right now is other adulthood stuff, and I'm balancing things. And I mean, this is my fifth apartment, but I'm still considering myself a new adult, right? I just graduated school, so now it's more like the 9 to 5 grind, and I get home and I have to do chores still and stuff like that. And I'm working on some certs right now. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. So a lot of my hobbies are other things I'd like to document because I mean I find them interesting, and other people might find them interesting if they're just getting into it and they're looking for a place to start, or maybe they're well established and I'm covering a topic that maybe they'd like to learn more about. Um, some of the stuff I'm gonna try to get back into learning is I took some welding classes in high school, and I'd like to take that a little further, and maybe metal fabrication as well. I'd like to get a plasma cutter. I'm gonna get another welder. Lots of tools like that. Everything that goes along with that. Also, really enjoy computers. Of course, I went to school for that. And I'd like to get into that a little more and learn a little more about like soldering and repairs and stuff like that. And networking, of course, we're going to try to learn a lot more about that because my main career goal is to become a system admin. But I gotta do the steps and get the time in and stuff like that in the IT world before I can get there. Other hobbies, I really like camping and hiking and fishing. We're going to document some of that, learning about more fishing techniques, learning about more camping methods and camp cooking and tools and gear for camping and stuff like that because I'm really passionate about that. And hopefully this summer is pretty good for camping. I'm a little scared right now because it's been pretty warm this summer and pretty dry. So we'll see how North Idaho bears this summer. It's also something that I'd like to be able to look back on in 10 years, 5, 10 years from now. Um, wherever I am in life, I'd like to be able to look back and be like, hopefully say, wow, I've come a long way. Wow, I was so young. I was so naive. I didn't even know what I was doing when I was doing that. I can't believe that I was doing it that way, or something like that. be nice to be able to just really put it into perspective how far I've come if I come back and watch like one of the early episodes that I'll do in 5 or 10 years. So I'm gonna cover early career stuff as well. With me being first post college job or university job, I guess. Uh, it's gonna be a lot, I feel like, but also since I'm in a niche position, maybe not as bad. But I'm gonna be doing a lot of other stuff on top of that because I have certs I want to get to take me to my goals, and I'm gonna possibly go back to school in the fall for an MBA. We'll see. Still trying to convince myself why I should or why I shouldn't, right? Just graduated school in 23. Do I really want to go back this early? But we'll see. Taking a semester off right now. With my curiosity about building things as well. My dad, he got out of the military when I was young and kind of had the flexibility to move where we wanted. And he got into flipping houses kind of. So I kind of always grew up in a house that was constantly being worked on, or he always had projects to do something different to the house or update something or redo a whole like something like whole house, you know. And I've always been kind of interested in that, and that is definitely like something I really would like to get into. Of course, you need money to do that, so just kind of got to play my cards right over the next year, hopefully, and I can buy a house and get into fixing that up. And of course, I'll document all that and all the learning curves and the tools I have to buy and the things I'd learned that I didn't know, like, hey, I have to get a permit for that, really, or um, you guys will probably judge me. I'll be using a tool wrong. You guys will be like, "What are you doing?" So, well, stuff like that as well. Experimenting with hobbies, I've already kind of talked about that. I'm gonna hopefully build that truck camper this summer, and with that, I'm gonna have to relearn welding pretty much completely, and learn how to use plasma cutters pretty much completely, and all that fun stuff. And we're gonna be doing a lot more than just building a frame and uh, shelf for it. We're going to be doing wiring for it. We're going to be doing insulation. We're going to be doing interior walls. We're going to be doing flooring. We're going to be doing cabinets for it, waterproofing, windows, stuff like that. It's going to be a lot, but it's going to be really fun, I think. I'm really excited for this. It's kind of an idea that I came up with. I drew the blueprints for it last summer, and I was wrapping up school, and now I'm in my new apartment, and I just kind of have a lot of things all starting at once, if you know what I mean, like real life, real job, um, out of school. We got a lot of stuff going on. No complaints from me. I'm really excited for everything that's going on right now. Um, just a lot of learning, right? So for the most part, a lot of the videos will be doing hands-on stuff. Here and there, we'll probably sit down and talk about plans and schematics or changes maybe that we're doing to channels, or if I'm doing anything like big and I'm going to be gone for a little bit working on like a video or something, because I do travel a lot as well. I forgot to mention that. I like to try to go on one big trip a year, whether it's to like the UK or Europe or hopefully South America soon, or hopefully Africa would be cool. My buddy is talking about going back or going to Thailand for his first time. It'd be my second time in Thailand, but I mean that would be pretty sweet to go back. I really enjoyed Thailand. Food was good. The food was cheap. The beaches were cool. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, some of the videos will be kind of more boring like this, more just chatting back and forth, but kind of one way for me, I guess. And then other ones will be doing a lot more, and hopefully it carries on with probably not too many of these, but more of the hands-on stuff. Yeah. So other than that, if you're similar to my age and you're interested, or you're not even like my age and you just want to see some 23-year-old kid figure out his life and mess up along the way, and hopefully you guys get a kick out of it, or if nothing happens out of this channel or anything like that, at least I'll be able to go back and look back on all of these videos and see how far I've come in life, and hopefully be proud of myself from where I came from and where I ended up. So yeah, if you guys want to stick around, go ahead, subscribe, follow me, like the video, comment. Other than that, thank you guys.